It's like deja vu, this, isn't it? It's like Groundhog Day. We're back again.
Yeah.
Now, we were here, of course, just an hour ago, launching the brand new one-day special. But again, we're back with Lou. We've got double Lou. I love it when we get double Lou.
It's like the buses. I am like the buses, aren't I? All or nothing. Yeah.
I love it. Now, I will warn you, Studio Light shows, of course, we're looking at a fabulous show. We know it's going to be fabulous. But very quickly, I need to tell you about these. We've been busy for these paper pads before we even started. So much so that we're down to single figures of these. If I don't show you these instantly at the top of the hour, we could potentially miss out on these. These are really pretty papers.
They are
$9.99 for these.
They're really good quality. I can work on top of them. If you watch the last show, we'll be able to see what techniques will go on that.
Lovely. There you go. So you're getting two of these, and they're not identical pads, so you have got different papers featuring within there, but you have got 72 sheets coming to you for just £9.99. Nice, easy designs to work with, and of course you've got multiple repeats of those. Are we looking at 6 inches square with those?
Yeah,
Yes, we are, aren't we? Yeah, 66. So yeah, if you want those, do get hold of them sooner rather than later. At 764-739. And so, oh gosh, say the numbers, Lou. What's the 764-736.
£9.99.
Do apologise. £9.99. Perfect. But we're going to look at something else to start with.
Oh yeah, these.
Now, tell me about these.
Right. Well, we bought these on last year before, I think, and it made me chuckle because it was like going back to the 70s with the rubber plant and the spider plant and all that, and the double denim and all that. But in a sense, it's like for your journaling days and stuff. And I love the foliage. And then we've got wonderful. Sorry, the white bits are in there because I've just used it. The die cut of it's much like knitted fabrics.
Oh,
so it's great for the mixed media.
Down the frontier, the one that we're looking at
there you go.
Oh.
The white bit, sorry, that's me. But then you've got two dyes there because you've got the edge around it, or you can leave the edge off and just have it cut into your card.
Like it.
And so you've got those areas, but then you've got that wonderful, it's like a succulent plant.
Yes.
And you've got the succulent dye with it.
So you've got the stamp there, as you can see.
That's great. Layering up that is perfect.
Like that.
It works brilliantly with fabric.
Well, this is what I was about to say. You've got nice open areas there, but also, I mean, you say succulents, but they could almost be petals, really, couldn't they? If you want them that
I mean, you can any colour. All depends on what colour you use, doesn't it?
That's it. Just brushing past the fabric ones that we just looked at. Then you've got your succulent dye there as well, so you can see your little imagery featuring that particular one as well.
Could be a rose, that, you know.
Could quite easy, yeah. Or something like a chrysanthemum, or something like a full bloom.
Yeah, you could. Even at Christmas.
What's this one, Lou? I'm intrigued.
This is brilliant. This is like a journal page.
Right.
So you've got the outer side, which allows you to cut the ripped edge of the notebook. And then you've got the fold in the middle, and you've got an outer. So you've got an inner and an outer. So you've got an outer page and an inner page.
Oh, I'm intrigued by this one.
So the outline cuts the edge like a full sheet of notepaper.
Okay, right. Reminds me like a shorthand pad.
Exactly, that's what it is. And then the inners create pages if you want to create a book that way. But it makes great signatures. So almost that edge is like like an index.
Yes, yeah.
So
I know exactly what you mean.
It's fantastic.
So the dotted line that we can see there, is that like a perforation, or is it going to help you with your fold? Right.
It's a dotted line that you can actually stitch, fold, anything you want.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really clever, that.
Idea. Then as we work our way up, you've got even more with these. And I like this because the one that we've got there hasn't got a solid edge to it as well. It's like a lacy finish.
Yep, you can do two things with this. It's got an edge around it that you can cut solidly out.
Okay.
Or it's got an edge, I've got one here to show you. It's got, you can cut it as a piece like that.
Gosh, that's so lacy. Oh my goodness, look at that.
But the edge...
Wow.
That cuts the edge out. So if you did it in different colours, but that works really well if you use that as a lace strip.
Gosh, that's beautiful.
It's one of my favourites, that lace one.
It's so delicate. Look at all that fine detail that you've got in there.
It's really beautiful.
Wow.
Really beautiful.
And then the last one that you've got in this set, very geometric looking. Tell me about this one.
That's got a great design because it's got two layering dies in it. You can just see there's a background one and then there's a dotted one. They're all separate, so you can just have them. And then this one in the middle is great for paper piecing and stuff. So the thing I like about Studiolight is they have got everything as a layer. So if you don't want to, what you see and you think, I don't want that block in the middle, you don't need to have it.
Okay.
But you've got three dies in it. You've got more or less double dies in everything you see there.
You have indeed. 14 dies in total, to be honest, when you're looking at that. £10 saving of... Oh, you got stamps, sorry, 14 pieces, yeah, because the stamp, I forgot about the stamp. £10 saving on this, bringing it down to £49.99. Beth mentioned extended delivery as well with this one, because of course Studiolight shipping from overseas. 10th January, not too long to wait at all. So there you go. Next week, gosh, that's scary. Anyway, we digress. 105842 if you are wanting those. But we've got more to share with you. There's lots, in fact. So if you do want to jump onto the website, by all means, please do so. But here you can see you've got your fabulous dice in now. You've got your large stars.
2 layers within.
And we've got this one as well, and this one, and this one. All of them. Are we getting all of those? Wow. Okay, right, fair enough then. There's a lot in there.
There is. And each one, again, Studiolight, has the layers. And you'll see this card in the middle as the big star's got 2 other layers in it. This one has got an edge that you can cut inside or outside.
Oh, I see, yes.
So you can have the edge that cuts into your page there. Or you can have the whole thing where it cuts outside the page, which is really clever. I've not seen one like that before.
That is clever, because you can see they're all different layers.
And you can see you've got a clear edge.
Yeah.
So you can cut in and out.
Very clever design. Very clever. I like that one. If you fancy getting hold of this particular one, then it's in this set, but we're going to move further along because you've got this... what we've got was looked at the big star. We're looking at this one now. That's like, well, when we look at it, it says snowflake, but to be honest, they're kind of... when you start working, especially if you snip into it, they almost look like little arrows and mandalas and things like that.
Well, I think that one would be great if you wanted to do like a mandala style.
Yeah.
You could do paper piecing with that. And you do... When you cut that down... I start to see things like wheat ears and stuff like, you know, if you've got rid of some of the other things, you can, I don't know, it's up to you. It's like seeing faces in clouds.
Sometimes you have to cut them out to see, and when you look at them, they look totally different, don't they? You can snip into them and do different bits like that one. And the last one that we've got with this one is your sentiments, and as you can see, it's in the title of this one, Winter Trails. We're looking at obviously Christmas themed or winter themed, not necessarily for your Christmas cards or your winter card, although people are still creating those at the moment, but things like your scrapbooking pages, your photos, you'll be printing those off now and making them into your album. So that could be your page, or perhaps one of the elements that we just looked at a few moments ago, and using your sentiments with it. And
the lettering's nice because it's brush lettering, so it's really up to date with that. It's nice.
Very much so. £5 saving on these, bringing them down to £44.99. 277-245 if you're wanting to get hold of those. Now, what else can we tell you about? Well, we've got some stamps for you. And these, we've got some really quirky little characters, some quirky houses, quirky flowers as well, and real kind of like a whimsical look to these. So you've got your birdhouse flowers. You've got 26 stamps in total, as you can see, £29.99. Now, as you can see, we have got your birdhouse. We're going to mention this as well. When you're looking at this, you can see that you have got sentiments with these. They are Dutch sentiments. We're not going to lie with these. You can see that is Dutch. If you've ever wanted to learn Dutch, then this is a perfect opportunity for you to do so. If you know anybody who is Dutch, then perhaps you could pass these on. But joking apart, the other 2 stamp plates I think are fabulous. I love these 2.
Well, the lady who did these are Denise Sprackle, and she is one of the foremost in Europe.
Oh, I see, okay.
Art craft designers. She designs, she works for some of them, Copic, she works for...
big companies.
All the big companies, and she's been with Studiolight a long time, and these are hers, and I love them. Absolutely love these
fabulous designs, aren't they?
Yeah, and I have used the mushrooms one.
Oh, the snail.
To stitch.
Yeah,
it looks brilliant stitch. But yeah, these are the quirky... houses are cute. You don't have to have the long sticks on them. You can take them off and have them just as a little street.
Oh, they could be just, like regular little houses.
And I mean, like you say, and the Dutch sentiments is...
But I mean, sometimes we do have scripted backgrounds sometimes when you can't actually read what it says, can you?
Well, I quite like, when I'm using text papers, I quite like different languages in the background. Sort of like, I like German and French text. So to me, I just use that in the background.
Or you could even chop into it. I mean, it is a very hand-scripted look to it. So if you did want to chop it into, like, use the individual letters and make your own stamps up with those, you could do that if you wanted
I think I'd just make a big background with it, and then it'd be interesting because it's yet another language. But I would team it up with other stuff and text paper over the top. It'll
Yeah,
really
good
cool.
idea, yeah, because sometimes you don't see the full thing anyway, are you?
No,
So you
well, I
can't read
wouldn't
what it
want
says.
mine,
So,
yeah.
419-929 if you're wanting those £29.99. Now, what else can we share with you?
These are brilliant.
Now, have a look at these.
These are brilliant. These are
like little
clever.
robots.
This is by Shirley Cohen.
Okay.
And she is another designer for Studiolight. Very, very well respected in Europe. And again, she's got wonderful quirky houses. And she builds up, you can build up a scene with it. But then the animals, that peacock is class.
Oh,
when you see what its feathers are, it is
If ever
brilliant.
you wanted a knitting chicken, have a look at this. I think it's brilliant.
But look at the
The hedgehog with the pins in there, and the peacock. This is definitely an arts and crafts peacock,
that is
isn't it?
perfect, isn't it? So yeah, she's got it. It's whimsical, but in a really good way, because it's got an edge to it.
Yeah, I like that.
And the little people next to it, they remind me of that. We will them get smashed. Do you remember that?
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah, do you remember them?
But again, I mean, these are just lovely. And I think once you've got these as inspiration, then you can add to these, aren't you? Add your own little lines in there. And then, of course, you've got your animals to work alongside these as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful designs, really sketchy, really good fun. You can see a real personality behind these. £29.99 for all sets, all four of those sets. 555913 if you're wanting those. Do pop them into your basket. Got pick a mix for you next, and this is nice because you've got plywood with this one.
Yeah.
So this is a nice medium to work with, a nice base.
I had one of these the other week, and I was absolutely amazed at how well they turned out. And they just stood on that, put an MDF bit. In fact, I've got it over there.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just go and get it.
No problem. I'll just explain to you. You can see you've got 4 different designs on your screen here. You've got to pick a mix and you can choose any 4. Now, it doesn't have to be one of each of these. It might be that you want to go for multiple. So maybe you're going to go for multiples of the ones with the trees. The trees all year round, you could be using those. And the stags as well. Or maybe it's going to be the houses. You can go for multiple ones of those. But it's entirely up to you. It is your pick and mix. And then, of course, you've got some winter scenes there as well. So, yeah, nice scope with regards to these. And you can build up some really nice scenes. Oh, I love this.
So this is how sometimes it can sit like this on this is just an old piece of MDF that I had. But then you just build the scenes up, colour them how you want, and then you just have them anyway. And they're great for if you've got railway train enthusiasts and stuff. But the houses, you could make a whole canal.
So we've got, it says on there picking any 4. Have we got more than the 4 options that we've got here, or are these the only 4? Just these 4 that we've got here. It's all right, I was just looking for a lighthouse. Is there a lighthouse?
No, that's the old one.
Oh, right.
It's just this
it's just for inspiration.
Yeah. The thing is, if you pick any 4, you could go with a couple of one and a couple of the other. But I mean, that's good value in it. That's £3.50 each.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's quite good, that.
And they're cut to perfection. The tiny windows that you've got on those are amazing.
And something like the stags, you'll see, they're quite difficult because they've got very little points to stick. They've got like a little stand for them.
Clever. All about the detail.
It is in the detail.
049-394 if you're wanting these, just £14.99. Again, extended delivery, because of course we've got to allow for that for them to travel over to us. Now, we've got some essentials for you, and these dyes as essentials is a key thing, isn't it? Getting the right dyes is key, and these are perfect.
Getting nice shapes as well.
Well, this is it, and it's something a little bit out of the ordinary. Maybe you've already got your ovals, maybe you've already got your circles, and you want something that's a little bit different. These, now you're getting 4 dyes in total. Is there 2 in each one of the packs?
They've got an outer and an inside.
Oh, I see, right, okay.
So you've got a layer in dyes, and they really do have a really, really crisp dotted edge.
That's nice,
you
I like
can
that.
stitch it as well, so you just
okay,
go
so
through.
it's cutting right the way through.
Yeah, but not enough to break it and perforate it. You could perforate it if you want, make it like rip it, but it's great for stitching.
That's a nice label as well, isn't it? To go around a jar or a bottle or a candle or something like that.
Anything like that, especially if you sort of cut out tissue.
Yeah, good idea, yeah.
You know, and put it on your candles, it's really nice. This one again has a wonderful edge to it.
Nice.
So I love the fact that they always put a couple of layers on, not just one. because you want that. You want if you're going to get a frame, you want something to sit with it, don't you? You don't just want a frame all the time.
Makes sense. Yeah. There you go. If you fancy getting hold of that duo, just £9.99. The fact that you're paying, it's a £5 per set.
That's good, isn't it?
Next one, I think this is going to be a popular one because when you look at this, you can see. Oh, we are already busy for this one now. You can see, obviously, you've got kind of like your torn page with this one where it's been torn out. Again, you've got your 2 dies in there.
Yep.
So your innie and your outie.
Now that works really well with the other one we've got.
Yeah, because it's very similar, isn't it? It could almost be like a half page that way or a book page that way. What's this one though? I'm intrigued.
This is like a torn edge or a distressed edge. But these are photo frames, so you can either cut them in or out.
Oh, I see, right. So they're kind of like where you poke your picture underneath.
Yeah, you can either have them in the top and have them like labels going over, or you can put them at the side of a page where you want, cut into them and then have them as photo frames.
You can just about see they're kind of cut in there. It's a very kind of pale image that you've got there, but I like that.
Yeah, they're really clever, and you can use them as clips as well. They're quite nice as clips, and they're independent, so you don't have to have them.
Like that idea, gives you
they're not stuck there. You know, you can use them anywhere.
Wonderful. There you go.
Good.
Now, if you fancy getting hold of these, £9.99 is all that you're going to be paying. Again, it works out as a £5 each. 026375. But of course, you've probably noticed behind us, we are a part of Art Flextravaganza. But what's that all about?
It's Flextravaganza time, folks. From Wednesday the 1st of January at 9 AM to Wednesday the 8th of January at 6 PM, we would like to offer you our thanks and best wishes for 2020 by bringing you our Flextravaganza event. If you add at least £5 worth of any item to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flextravaganza Flexi Basket offers. This means you can spread the cost of the entire order over 2 equal monthly Flexi-Buy payments, offering you a more cost-efficient way of shopping with us. Flexible payments for everyone! Join us from Wednesday the 1st of January to make your shopping experience with Hochanda even easier.
That's what it's all about, and it means that you can take advantage. This time of year, sometimes you see those goodies and you want to get that crafty mojo going, but spreading the cost over £2 makes it nice, doesn't it? It's not, not overextending yourself, obviously.
Yeah, and you know you've got to sort of make, you know.
I heard you say earlier on, you know where you stand.
Absolutely, you know, you need to. I have to get that in my head. What is it worth? Do I need how many? And I've got to say, do I need it? How many times can I use it? And if it goes through that,
ticks all those boxes.
Then I'm happy with. But yeah, so having it that way, I can afford that, and I know I can do that every month.
Lovely.
Right, what I'm going to do is, I've got some textures and things that I can use, but...
before we get to that, can I quickly tell you, those paper pads that we spoke of, just very quickly, they have sold out, so thank you to everybody that took advantage of those. I supposed to have told you a few moments ago and I forgot.
No, that's right, it's fine. Oh, get my book there. But what I've got is, I've got the little die, the little guys, I call them, not dies, and I've stamped them onto... text paper. Yeah, and this is my old book, but it's going to be in my journal. Okay. So I've got all my journal pages, and I have all things that I've already made, but as I go along, I sort of... I'll show you at the front. As I go along, I just add my stuff in. So,
I like this idea. So, look at these.
You know, some of these are a bit rough, and they are meant to be because they're only starting off as like that to show people how much paint goes, how far it goes. But on here, I quite like these because I think these would be like standing in and amongst these.
Well, they could almost be peeking over something, couldn't they? Yeah.
So all I did was stamp them. I mean, I'm quite happy to show you to stamp them. But what just... they're really, really easy to use. Now, you can use anything you want with them. I've got the pens.
Oh, no, these Ecoline pens, we had these on the One Day Special show. Nice bundle of pens, I have to say. They've got gorgeous colours with regards to these. So,
absolutely stunning.
These, if you do look back on the One Day Special show, you'll see these. We might be able to show them. Oh, we've got them on the show. Oh, sorry, we've got them.
Oh, yes, Sam did mention that. Sorry. You might have, you've got a bigger set. These are Ecoliner and a watercolour pen. And they're one of the foremost for it. They're used a lot for brush lettering now.
Okay.
But they're like watercolour in a felt tip.
Oh, okay.
But I'm actually swearing by saying the word felt tip with this because there's no way to go with it.
Kind of devalues.
It gives you the wrong idea. But I just want to show you some little tricks.
I'm glad that we're looking at this because we didn't have a chance in the one-day special show to see them.
And I'm using it on text paper, so it's going to be equally hard. But I want to show you what a brilliant technique you can get just by using this. So I'll stamp those stamps, quirky stamps, love them. You can't really see the face, and I want to be able to see it.
Right.
So I'm going to give them a bit of a, not
You're giving him a bit of a makeover?
Yeah, I'm going to give him a bit of sunburn.
Like he's been on his holidays?
Yeah. But I'm going to use the pen and a little bit of gesso.
Oh, okay. And gesso?
Yep. So I'm just going to put that on there, and I can show you, I can do that and that and that, and it won't affect that nib.
Wow.
That's why everybody uses them for brush lettering, and I've started to brush letter with them as well. So bit of gesso, and all I'm doing is picking. I know it's a bit of a mucky mat. I'm sorry about that. Just pick it up a little bit. I don't want it to be too pink, and I don't want it to be too white. But all I want to do is just give him a little bit of a. But that is that tiny bit of red. Now, and just stamped him there. I'm going to stamp. He's got knobbly knees, this one. And I'm going to add a little bit. I love adding a little bit as I go, just to show you how nice these pens. So a little bit of the blue that was left, and I've added it there. So
can I pinch a bit of this card?
You can do whatever you want.
Have a look, see what these are like. They look gorgeous.
Yeah, please do. So all I'm doing is adding a tiny bit of the colour in the gesso, and I'm just bringing it onto me paper. And they do really, really work well. So we've got a little bit of colour there.
Okay.
I'm going to add a tiny bit more. I don't think this blue's working. I'm just going to put a little bit of blue there. And this is all the paint I've got. So all I'm doing is really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time doing this. What I want to do is just get the feel of him. So I've got these. I'm going to now just give a little bit of edge to the background. Don't want to colour anything. I don't want to cover anything.
These are quite intense colours to start with. But
absolutely,
now
you'd be surprised, aren't they? So I'm just going to do this in the background, and then this is more or less coloured and done. Because you don't need anything much with these stamps. All you need to do is just make sure that the features, you can still see features, and that's what we've done here. I forgot to do this guy. This guy can be a bit more purple. So
it's a nice pen, it's got a nice feel to it.
Yeah, and then all I'm going to do is just where they're wet, I'm just going to, oh, I've ripped his face, never mind, ripped his face. But you can sort of paper piece with these and they look really cool. And I'm just going to do the same there. But what I want to do is just, I could die cut this out
Bless
now.
you. Look at you see this little in the corner, Chloe over there having a little sneeze.
So what I've got here, I've got these two there, which are going to go in my diary. And I'll just nick a page out of my diary.
Sorry, I'm just colouring in.
I've got, you see, all these pages they could go on, but I would stick them in my diary now and just show you what I mean. So I would just get these, and I quite like them like that, and have them as a little story. I think I might have them on one of their own pages here. And it looks daft like that now, but it's how it starts. And then what I would do is I'd use my pens, and I'd look at the background and just add a little bit of colour so that it looks that it joins up, because at the moment it's a bit like a sore thumb that because it sticks out. But if I just blend it in,
and because of the nature of the paper, it's kind of softening the edge not only of the paper but also kind of pulling out the fibres.
Yeah, and I'm going to add a little bit more now. You would never do this normally with you'd never ever do this.
Oh gosh, yeah, look at that in the water.
You'd ruin your pen. So
they're water-based pens, because there's a blender in there, and that threw me, because usually with the blender you think of kind of your alcohol markers, don't you?
Well, it's similar, but it's an acrylic version.
Oh, right.
So all I'm doing is going over. I'm sorry, I need to pull this up. Sorry, I shouldn't have used my the journal, but I just wanted to show you how I would layer it up. I'm putting the green onto the paper, and I'm just, I need to clean that. So the watercolour allows it to move even on text paper.
Yeah, nice.
And now I'm adding it to that. So this is how you would sort of bring it in. It's starting to look more like it now, and I'd put a little bit of pink round here to bring it in. But I'd leave that to dry, really leave that to dry, because what I'm going to do now is what you did before. You showed me with this, you have to use this dye. This is absolutely amazing.
This is beautiful.
Now, it does just flick out, but I'm not bothered doing that. So, and I did 2 pages at once.
Oh, wow.
So,
gosh, that's good if you're able to do that.
Exactly, exactly. Now, what I can do is just give this the same. I'm going to use, well, whatever colour you want. If you just want a tiny tint.
I went in and I used it direct to the paper. It's quite intense, and I think perhaps that, like you did with the brush, sometimes pulling it over with the liquid was because I found, mind you, I'm a bit heavy-handed. When I went in with the actual brush nib, I was kind of pulling the die cut around.
Well, you can actually go back in now with a paintbrush and blend all that out.
Could you really?
Yeah, if you're using.
But I've gone for 2 quite strong colours there.
But you can blend it because it's watercolour.
Oh, okay.
It won't. So what sometimes what you can do is just put a little bit of colour near it. Looks a bit daft when you do it like this, but this is a great way for people who are a little bit scared of blending and they think, oh, I don't get that. But all you do is just...
Oh, look, that's a lovely blue.
Right, so I've picked up the blue, turn it round, and I'm going to do the same. Now make sure you've not got too much water, and then you just bring in the colour to it.
So it's almost like you've got a colour palette of paints within those pens.
Well, that's it.
So you can either go direct to the paper or mix it in with your water, or... And I'm guessing, are you able to mix it in with like your gel mediums and things like that as well?
So I'll just show you now, because sometimes as you went direct to it, I went at the side of it. Yeah. So what you can do is I can blend it out now and do that. But what if I wanted to, when it's wet, especially with this, because this makes it look like pure lace.
It's gorgeous dye.
What I can do is just, this one of my favourites, is I can just add it to the edge and it bleeds out. Oh,
it just automatically pulls itself across?
Yeah.
Nice.
Capillary action, isn't it? So, and I can blend it, but that, you get a wonderful...
Oh, look at that.
I'll bring the colour out, I'll bring it to show you now on a piece of white card. I'll just show you how lovely it looks.
Yeah, look at that.
You know, and that's
pretty.
Sorry, that's and that dries like that now.
But you'd look at that and you'd think that you'd gone to your haberdashery store and got some lace, bought some lace by the metre or whatever. But here you're just making your own.
If you make that out of card, it's great because what you can do then is make your own stencil with it, and it looks even better then because you can stencil it. It does look fabric. And
you could just literally, I mean, you cut out 2 at the same time there. You could literally have strips of that going across. That's
absolutely.
Almost like a background paper with it.
It's really nice at the edge because you can make the edge of your paper sort of like that. But you also get this edge with it. And what I want to show you about this is, to me, this is like absolutely, to me, the bit you throw away, I don't believe it. You wouldn't throw it away, but you can put it back in once you've coloured it.
You're kind of setting it in place.
Yes, you can put it back in and then it brings the blue out. But I thought it's even better if you do this and rip it at the edge there. And to me, it just screams edging.
Yeah.
And you can just...
We can lock it together.
Absolutely.
Oh, right, okay.
So what I would do, is use this, but then, on the edge like that, but then I would use it with the die.
Yes. Yeah.
That's got the notepad.
Yes.
And I would use that in it because this actually looks like torn notepad.
Yeah.
Edge of torn, but it looks great as an edging round there, and you can use this with it. So don't just think about these. These are absolutely stunning with a little bit of... I'll do this again and just show you. And again, what we're going to do is bring the ink to it. See, those pack a punch, those. They really do.
You can create quite a wash with those.
Absolutely. And this
so
dries like
if you've got a pattern paper, I know in the previous hour you were showing us if you've got a pattern paper that you wanted to change the colour of, could you do that with these as well? So use it almost like a wash going over? Or...
Anything like that. Okay. I'll do it on here. This is a paper I made. But there again, just to show you how lovely that looks. It's got quite a delicate feeling and it fades out, and then this has got quite an intense, but you can actually still do that. And there's no other pens I know of that I can clean off in water like that.
You've just dipped that in the water bowl?
Do I see it again? Look, you just dip it in there and you can clean it off. But it hasn't damaged it. No. And that's the only pen I know that can do that. But you create a water by doing that. I'll just show you how I can do this now.
Out of your way, give you a bit more space.
Oh, brilliant, thank you. I create a mess here, don't I?
That's all right.
And I'm going to show you
area.
my creative tip. These are the fabrics I showed you before, like the knitted fabrics. So really cool. And this one cut too as well. And I wouldn't paper piece this because
Oh my goodness, no.
But they're beautiful textures for this. Anyway, I'll just show you. So we've got this here, and I've got that there. So all I want to do now is I could just add a little bit of water and...
Oh, nice, okay, yeah.
And anything that's got a gesso...
Oh, you've got a bit of a resistant there.
Yeah. Anything that's got a gesso in it, or it's already been taken up in the background. By that I mean it'll create a resist anyway, a gesso. So you can just see now it's coloured all like there. So you get a great effect. I mean, I'll put some green on top and just show you how we can work this in.
But it means that you've kind of got all those colours. I mean, is it 28 colours that you've got within that set, and then you've got your blender as well?
You've got quite a few, yeah. I mean, they're just... You can take them anywhere with you.
This is it, highly portable.
Oh yeah, very. But they just, if you can imagine that, you know, you're out there watercolouring and you've got every colour you need.
Well, if you go into a class or a workshop, this is the thing that I'm thinking.